friends, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite tips for picking the perfect lipstick color. Now my guidelines are built on color science, so they are designed to save you time and money when you are out shopping for lipstick. Now in order to understand this, you're going to need to know a little bit more about the color wheel. Along with being quite pretty to look at, the color wheel is also expertly designed and organized, unlike say the DMV lines. You have your primary colors in each corner, and then that's filled in with secondary and tertiary colors. Colors that are next to each other are analogous colors, and colors that are across from each other are complementary colors. Complementary colors tend to look really well together, they complement each other, they contrast one another, allowing each one to stand out. But in the makeup world, they also cancel each other out. This is why you may have seen perhaps green primers. These are designed to cancel out redness from blemishes or pimples. You may have also seen sort of orange or red toned under eye correctors. These are designed to cover up the blue and purple tones that you get in your dark circles. So now that you know a little bit more about the color wheel, what does this have to do with picking the right lipstick color? Well, first, you need to determine what your skin's natural undertone is. And in order to do that, we need some natural light. So let's go outside, come on. Okay, so once you're out in natural light, all you need to do is look at your arm, and you're looking for the veins on your arm. If the veins on your arm appear to be more purple or blue, you are cool toned. And if they appear to be more green or golden, you're warm toned. Okay, now that you know your skin's natural undertone, we can go back to our faithful color wheel. If you're cool toned, you're going to look good in lipsticks that have cool undertones. So these are undertones like purple, teal, and blue. If you're warm toned, then you're going to look good in lipsticks that have warm undertones, like green, yellow, and orange. At this point, you may be saying, Callie, this is all well and good, this makes sense, I understand the color wheel, but how the heck am I supposed to determine what undertones a lipstick has? Eventually, your eyes become accustomed to being able to determine a color's undertone. But if your eye isn't yet used to it, there's a little trick that you can use. Okay, so there's a simple trick for determining a color's undertone, and that is to always compare it to the most true version of that color. You can always whip out a trusty color wheel to do that, or you can find just the truest version of that color that you have. So for example, here I have a red that is true red. It even says right on the labeling that this color is considered true red, and when you swatch it and compare it to a color on the color wheel, it is a pretty close true red. So I'm gonna compare two other red lipsticks to this to determine if they're warm toned or cool toned. Okay, so I'm gonna put this first color right up next to it, and almost immediately I can tell that this is a warm toned red because I can see that it looks much more orange than the red that is next to it, the true red. So this is an orange that would look really great on warm toned people. I'm gonna take one other red and put it on the other side of the true red. And when I compare the two next to each other, this third red looks a little bit more purpley in undertone. It's got a little bit of a blue tinge compared to the true red, which means that this is a cool toned red. It's going to look better on people who have cool toned undertones. Now that you know the basic color science to help you determine lipstick colors that are going to look really good on you, I want to include a couple parting notes for you. The first note is that these are just guidelines. This is not gospel. Just because you're warm toned doesn't mean that you can't wear cool toned lipsticks, and just because you're cool toned doesn't mean you can't wear warm toned lipsticks. These are just meant to be guidelines to make it a lot easier for you when you are shopping, to make you more comfortable finding colors that look good on you. My second tip is the best way to really, at the end of the day, decide if a color is going to look good on you is to test it out. So use these rules, go out, buy a couple of lipsticks, and then come home and try them on a bare face. As Bobbi Brown, the makeup goddess herself, said, if she could give anybody any advice about lip color, it would be to try lipstick on when you're not wearing any makeup. If it looks good when you're not wearing any makeup, then it's going to look good on you always. And my very last tip is, as you're trying out lipsticks, even if you're using these guidelines, you are likely to find some duds that you just don't like. Even if they're flattering on your skin tone, you may just not like them. So always shop at stores that have good return policies for their beauty products. Here's a list of some of my favorite stores that have really great return policies on their beauty products. You can return them even if you've tried out the lipstick and it didn't turn out to be good for you. But that does it for today's video. I hope that these tricks will help you next time you are shopping for a lipstick. If you liked this video and you would like to see another one of mine, I think you'd really like this one right here. If you're new to my channel, I would also love if you hit the subscribe button before you go. If it saves you time or saves you money, I'm probably making videos about it. When you subscribe, you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. As always, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video.